जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद्वै चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीलरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोविंद श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। नर्मदा माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण भीष्टाय पतये श्रीमद् भक्ति का ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणिता विशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामिनित नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनित नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी पृष्ठ प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासति गौर भक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karati vachalam mangalam lagayati kirimit kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Nirtaranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram. Sakrit eva prapanno yas tapasasmi chayachate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadam yetat vratam mama. Yes. So, welcome all devotees for the online reading session of Patropadesa Volume 2. We just completed within 19 sessions we had done for Patropadesa Volume 1, and those videos are there in the YouTube. So those devotees who want to hear, they can hear them. So we are going to continue to hear some nectarian instructions from Maharaj from Patropadesa Volume 2. I hope everybody is very enthusiastic to read and hear. So don't worry if you don't have the book. We have the link provided here in the chat box, so you can order that book. So I've given you the link in the description, or in the, we say, in the chat box here. Those devotees who won't have the book, then should order the book. I hope everybody is audible clearly from my side. My voice is audible. I just want some indication like Hare Krishna, or yes, I'm hearing. Yes. So we are going to continue the same pattern of reading. So this is basically those devotees who are new, practically very new to these sessions. I just want to make it clear that these are not classes taken by this fellow. These are not classes or anything. This is very clear that these are online reading sessions. And if sometimes devotees have some clarifications, or some need some doubts, or some here and there some questions that can be taken, that are taken, like last time, or in Brahmacharya and Krishna consciousness, or in Ramayana while reading Ramayana books. So but we can't expect a lengthy discussion on this. If it is required, we may do so, and if it is required, then devotees may approach me personally, or write to, of course they are very much free to write to Maharaj, but if they want to know from me, then I can provide the number. WhatsApp number is already there in the, they can call me or ask me. But if there is any discussion, we will take up the questions at the end. And during the course of the sessions, if anybody has any question, they can very well place their questions in the chat box. So, or in the questions, there is a question box also is there, answered and unanswered questions are also there. And the same pattern which we have been following since many books, Ramayana, glimpses, Rasikananda, and Brahmacharya book, Patropadesa Volume 1, we are going to continue the same pattern. So I will read the book for around 10-15 minutes, and then I will pick up some devotees, initiated, non-initiated, that is not a problem, who has a mic and who is able to read at least from the material which I am sharing here, or if he has the book, then very well, fine. So I request all devotees to please attend all the sessions. Don't miss any of the sessions. Keep it 8 to 9 fixed every day to please attend these sessions. This is a, like, we are doing it for the twofold purpose. One thing is that they want to create an awareness among the devotees, they are thinking that like some devotees think, or that Bhakti Vikas Maharaj books are somewhat like overpowering Srila Prabhupada's books. Why Bhakti Vikas Maharaj has to write books? What is the necessity? So there's some misconceptions going on among the devotees. So to clarify that, to understand this very well clearly, to make them understand that the books written by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj are not what is that, surpassing Prabhupada or equal to Prabhupada books. Prabhupada books are at par with Prabhupada books. Prabhupada books are the only books one should read. So these books written by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj helps them or inspires them to read more and more, or make them understand to Srila Prabhupada's books more nicely. Mm. Maharaj makes it very clear explicitly in his books. So, and one more thing is that to make devotees aware of these books and distribute them to those devotees who don't have, or these two books specifically, these are personal instructions of Maharaj. Many times devotees ask, what are the personal instructions? So, these two books, Patropadesa Volume 1 or 2, are the personal instructions to devotees. Of course, Brahmacharya and Krishna consciousness is also there, and mothers and masters also are there for Matajis. But this book it covers many aspects, specifically the indexing done at the end of the books by Bhagavati Mataji is very helpful. Devotees may take up any topic for that matter: deity worship, initiation, telling lies for Krishna, bathing in Radha Kund, like that. Many topics are being covered. Take up the topic in the back of your indexing, where indexing appendix indexes is there, and take a topic, and then you can find the letter, or you can find the instruction. So these are very helpful to devotees in their day-to-day Krishna consciousness in the disturbed age. So without wasting any more time, we will start the sessions. So if devotees have any doubts or questions, they may very well place their questions in the question box or in the chat box. Better to put in the question box, so that it will be clear that you are putting a question, not a statement. Statements can be put in the chat box, or you want to make a statement, just give a comment, then you can put on the chat box. If you want to really ask a question, then please use this question box, so that it will be clear to devotees whether you are asking or giving a statement. Of course, you are putting question mark, but some devotees uh, they can find that discrimination between statement and a question. So without wasting any more time, we will start reading. I hope everybody is clear. If there is anything to ask, then you may ask. No. Okay. So we'll continue to read. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Patropadesa Instructive Letters, Volume 2, 1996 to 2016. Bhaktivikas Swami, published, written by His Holiness Bhaktivikas Swami, and published by Bhaktivikas Trust. Preface to Volume 2. Yes. Preface to Volume 2. The second volume opens with selections from many handwritten mails to Kalyani Devi Dasi from 1996 to 2005, which surfaced after the publication of Volume 1. Several readers of Volume 1 expressed appreciation of the index, as it facilitates subject-wise browsing of the topics. Readers of this volume may also avail of this useful feature compiled by Bhagavati Devi Dasi. Many thanks to her for that. A big thank you also to the other devotees whose selfless service has made this publication possible. Particularly Rasik Shekhar Das, who did the cover design, and Ram Kumar Das, Nitya Gaur Das, Kishore Das, Murari Das, and Bhagavati Devi Dasi for proofreading. May Srila Prabhupada and Krishna bless you all. Dasanudas, Bhaktivikasa Swami. Preface to Volume 1. Patropadesa. Patra, letter. Upadesha, instruction, advice. Consists of several correspondence with disciples and other devotees. Circa 1997, I considered that some of the content of my letters to individuals might be useful for others also, and thus I started to collect relevant texts with the intention of later publishing them as an anthology. And now, some 15 years later, this volume is the result. This compilation is intended primarily for my direct disciples and others who are familiar and comfortable with my stringent approach to Krishna consciousness. Many of the letters featured herein deal with grave and sensitive topics and therefore offer insights into the practical application of the teachings of Krishna consciousness in today's highly disturbed world. However, I have chosen not to include most of the polemic missives that I have written over the years regarding various contentious issues within ISKCON, as I feel that such matters require comprehensive analysis rather than decontextualized and incomplete perspectives. Nonetheless, this book is evidence that gurus in ISKCON must contend with many weighty topics and do not, as some persons seem to believe, merely bask in adulation. The several letters presented herein represent only a fraction from the tens of thousands, including short notes, that I have written over the last 2 decades. Before about late 1994, almost all of the many letters that I composed were written by hand and are now lost. Since then, and now practically exclusively, my correspondence has mostly been by email. As can be seen from some of the earlier entries in Patropadesa, previously I often composed extensive replies to philosophical, polemic, and practical queries. But nowadays, I prefer to respond verbally whenever lengthy answers are warranted. Modern technology makes for easy dissemination of such replies. The perspectives and advice contained in this volume were offered to different individuals under varied circumstances and hence should not necessarily be considered universally applicable to all my disciples. Moreover, usually what I state in letters is unlikely to represent the whole gamut of my outlook on any given topic. Another important point is that my views and directions on some issues have changed since originally having been written. Most significantly, while still acknowledging the principle of respecting authority within ISKCON, nowadays I am more likely than previously to advise devotees to be cautious in dealing with ISKCON authorities in general, and particularly with certain devotees holding position within the institution. One small uh, note to devotees that the main intention behind this letter is this one. From this points need to be understood by devotees, the perspective and advice contained in this volume and in this Patropadesh. So these 2 points. Oh, Krishna. जब यहाँ बंद हो तो उस तरफ से आइएगा, पीछे से, ठीक है. Sorry. So these are the 2 important points need to be uh, taken care of before concluding anything regarding Maharaj. Why is he speaking in this situation like that, or in that situation like that? Of course, if you go ahead reading, Maharaj will clarify many things. Continuing to read. The letters in this book are generally presented largely as they were written, although in many cases only excerpts are given. Formalities such as dear so and so and yours sincerely have been elided. Spelling errors corrected, abbreviations expanded, and footnotes provided to clarify certain points. Variant spelling styles have not been standardized, and diacritical marks are largely absent. Sometimes, to make it easier to understand the context of my replies, the letter or a portion thereof to which I was replying is placed contiguously with my answer. And as is common in email correspondence, often my replies include quoted text from the letter to which I am replying. Such quoted text is featured in gray type. In many cases, names of recipients of the letters have been withheld, and other names of persons or places have been substituted by a series of asterisks, 3 asterisks, a series of plus signs, plus, 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 or simply an initial which does not necessarily correspond to the first letter of the name being withheld. And sometimes Shri Shri Radha Krishna has been used instead of actual name of the deities in a particular temple. This edition is designated as volume 1, as I hope to publish at least one more volume after some years. Bhakti Vikasa Swami. I hope everybody is following the material and my voice both. The shared material and my voice both. Is it clear? Okay. Then yes. Okay. 1996 to 2005. 24th March 1996. Thank you very much for your letter and the excellent news that you have taken up devotional service full time. When I came to Dublin in 1994, I encouraged a young American traveler to join up, which he did, becoming a Bhakta Randy, now in Belfast. And now you have joined. So it makes me feel like my visits to Ireland are worthwhile. Another point is that quite likely a lot more people can join up if we positively encourage them to do so. Probably Dublin is one of the best cities in the world for making devotees. Lots of young people, most of them open to alternatives. Plus, our movement is popular. Maybe you could try to preach to people to take up Krishna consciousness. Try to make devotees. Not everyone can take it up right away, but at least try to bring people in. That is very pleasing service to Krishna. Advice on reading. Do it regularly, even if you feel little taste. At least an hour a day. Gradually, taste and understanding will come. This is very important and cannot be taken as optional. July 20, 1996. Thank you for your letter. It's all positive. That's good. Krishna consciousness means all hopeful and confident. Oh, it is creating problem. By reading Srila Prabhupada's books, I also get inspiration to share this knowledge with others. People are so much misled and so much in need of these books. Activities for personal development and those for preaching are interlinked in Krishna consciousness. So it is good that you go to S for some time so as to go deeper into the activities in Krishna consciousness, especially meant for personal development. And the test of progress will be your increased inspiration to share Krishna consciousness with others. Your statement, seeing Srila Prabhupada is like seeing you, that is in brackets, me, is embarrassing to me. Srila Prabhupada is like a mighty sun and I a tiny star. I pray to him, oh Krishna. Sorry. I pray to him to always represent him. Bhakti means devotional service to Lord Krishna. Vikasa means expansion or development. Swami means master in this context, master of the senses. So Bhakti Vikasa Swami indicates a sannyasi whose service is to expand devotional service to Krishna. Right. The two statements you have cited are only apparently contradictory. Both are correct depending on which angle of vision you take. Anyone who takes to Krishna consciousness is certainly more fortunate than anyone who doesn't, even if the aspiring devotee falls down before achieving perfection. On the other hand, who could be more unfortunate than a person who gives up nectar to drink poison? Don't worry for anything. And Hare Krishna. Preach and be happy. Krishna will protect you. 8th August 1996. It's bad news that devotees are not so committed to deep preaching, but it is such a good place for preaching that I'm sure if you stick it out, even just a few devotees, Krishna will reciprocate and gradually it will develop to be a grand success. Maybe if the Sankirtan devotees traveled less and distributed more in D, that would consolidate the preaching there. Naturally, they will like to be on the road, but for the overall development of the preaching, it seems like making a solid foundation in D is of primary importance. Many devotees may have so many opinions, but those who are committed to serve and accept authority can be taken seriously, not others. Krishna is known by his devotees, but not known by anybody. He is unconquerable but conquered by the love of his devotees. He is the smallest of all. He enters within the atoms, and greatest of all. The universes are within him. All contradictions are possible for Krishna. Devotees know him at least as much as he explains himself in Gita. He is too great to be known by anybody. But another symptom of his greatness is that he blesses his devotees with the ability to know him. Nobody can know him fully, but devotees know him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the supreme object of love. Others cannot know him at all. There are many reasons for Krishna's coming to this world. All are not given in Gita. More explanation is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the writings of the Goswamis. Please see Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8. The sunshine is not different from the sun. The sun is the origin of the sunshine, although both simultaneously exist. In the same way, Krishna is the origin of everything. Please see Brahma Samhita verse beginning, Deep, Deeparchir. After reading Gita fully, read it again and simultaneously start on Bhagavatam. Read each at least half an hour a day. Gradually, everything will be revealed to you. Okay, I have read till some 15 minutes, so I would like to request devotees to read. Patita Tarana Jagannath Prabhu. What a nice name, good name, big name. Hare Krishna. I have given access to you, Prabhuji. So if you can see that on your mobile or on your laptop, there is a message would have come to accept the mic. So Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You have a mic, Prabhuji?
Yes, actually I'm using my phone, but is it clear, Prabhu?
Yeah, it is clear, but it can be still be more audible, more voice can be increased, I think. So if you keep some mic or anything.
More voice increase. No, because
Yeah, now it is clear. Now
now
it
it's
was
better. Now it's better.
no, just previously
Oh,
while.
just now. Oh, okay. That means I just need to turn my phone. Is it better, Prabhu, now?
Yes.
All right.
So you can see the material which I have shared.
Yes, 29th December 1996, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, you can read for 3-4 pages so that some 15 minutes you can read so that I can give to other devotees. Yes, Prabhuji?
Sure. All
Okay.
right.
Continue, Prabhu. Continue.
Thank you so much for your very nice Vyasa Puja offering. So tastefully presented on a card with a photo of Srila Prabhupada's divine lotus feet. It seems that you are destined, as maybe all the ex-devotees are, to a life of struggle in Krishna's service. You are fortunate. You are fortunate. Struggle for Krishna makes us strong. I'm sure that before too long, Krishna will reward the long struggle of the aged devotees, and the movement would strongly blossom and flourish there again. And you are very lucky to get the chance to serve the desire serve the deities so closely. Although another consideration is that there should be more devotees to serve them. Your observation that Srila Prabhupada personally in his murti is an absolutely correct. Okay, Prabhu?
Yeah.
All right. So I think that absolutely correct.
Correct realization. I think you need to go through your from your laptop. Then it will be nice than your phone because it is so small. Because
Yeah,
it
that's
is
the thing.
phone will be very small and you may not be able to read properly. That's why, because you need to concentrate on the reading, because you need to speak little
No,
bit
now
loudly.
I've turned the phone. I think it's much clearer because the word is quite bigger now.
Ah,
No, because first time I'm trying out this what they call the Soho meeting
ah.
platform. Yeah. Anyway, okay, now I can see it clearly. Your observation that Srila Prabhupada personally in his murti is an absolutely correct realization. And yes, Srila Prabhupada is more merciful than Krishna because he's giving us Krishna. The Paramatma is an expansion of Krishna for overseeing the material world and the jivas therein. When a jiva goes back to Godhead, he meets Krishna face to face. The Paramatma expansion is not in the spiritual world.
Yes.
Krishna, in his original form, delivers the devotee back to Godhead. Gita chapter 12, 6 to 7, and purports. Although Paramatma should not be thought of a different to Krishna in the material sense that we perceive of difference.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the thing. Okay. Regarding eternality, Srila Prabhupada said that a sadhana siddha, one who becomes liberated by sadhana, or a kripa siddha, liberated by mercy, upon achieving perfection, is as good as the nitya siddha, ever perfect soul. In the case of a devotee going back to Godhead, his relationship with Krishna and all other relationships become re-established on the platform of eternality. That the relationship was temporarily. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes. Continue.
Yeah, okay. ruptured, becomes forgotten. In practical term, I can state from personal experience that my relationship with Srila Prabhupada, although it is to be developed much more, is so substantial that I cannot imagine it to be something newly established. It is as or more essential than my relationship with Krishna. Keep up your spirit, go on chanting, and be assured that if we just stick to this path, Krishna will help us. 18th February 1997. Lord Krishna is certainly giving you an exciting time in devotional service. All these situations are educational. Your compassionate desire to help others is the essence of devotional service, if that is, it is all directed towards Krishna. So, the Bhaktin program is the ideal engagement for you that involves helping others come to Krishna consciousness and counseling them along the way. I don't recommend getting into specifically working with the seriously mentally disturbed. The doctors on the warfield treats the lesser injured first. Please consult Srila Prabhupada's letter on 7th July 1958 to Ved Prakash for this example. There is no need to take any special course on counseling, preach, and Krishna will give you intelligence how to do so. It's probably too late to arrange in this year, but it would be nice for you to go to Mayapur Vrindavan festival. That would give you a tremendous boost. Yes, if the disciple thinks that the guru at the time of death, he should go to where the guru is. I don't have the book Spiritual Master and Disciple with me, but presume you are referring to the purport to Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 6, verse 35.
No. Canto 6, chapter 7.
Sorry, Canto 6, Chapter 7, verse 35.
Prabhuji, when you are reading, read little bit slowly. There are devotees who like they don't have like yourself book,
Okay, sure.
so they want to hear it little bit slowly so that
Uh-huh.
they can continue. Otherwise, it is difficult for them to
Sure,
follow.
no problem.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Regarding
Yeah.
the spiritual master accepting the disciples' sinful reactions and thus diminishing his own result of pious acts. This is to be read in context. It refers to a priest or a spiritual master on the Karma Kanda platform who is therefore still involved with pious and sinful acts and their reaction. A spiritual master in Krishna consciousness no longer cares for karmic action and their results, as he has surrendered his life to Krishna and depends upon him. And Krishna absolves a surrendered devotee from sinful reaction. Gita chapter 18, text 66. I suppose this passage was quoted in Spiritual Master and Disciple to make the point that Guru accepts the sinful reaction of the disciple, but without giving the context, it would be confusing. In the Catholic countries, people often ask others to pray for them. So I'll ask you to pray for me for the physical, mental, and spiritual strength to discharge my, yeah, Prabhu, scroll down, discharge my duties to Srila Prabhupada in a fitting manner. Okay. 19th June 1997. I received your letter, but not the previous one in which you requested initiation. No harm to wait, but don't put it off forever. Better to mix Mahaprasadam, water with orange squash or similar than tea. The sentiment of trying to help your parents one way or another is very good. Be patient with them. Write or phone them regularly and let them feel you care for them. Next book, Rasikananda, not written by me, but I oversaw the translation, editing, and production and put much work into it. Scroll down, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
All right. Okay, into it. After that, probably the next will be glimpse of traditional Indian life.
Glimpses of traditional Indian life.
Glimpses of traditional Indian life.
You don't have that book, Prabhuji?
I have that book, Prabhu.
So
I've got the whole set from Chakrapani Prabhu.
okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your appreciation of my memories. I'm sure there'll be plenty of non-appreciators also. 21st July 1997. Listening to tapes is a good way to imbibe Krishna consciousness, especially for devotees with less time to read. Offering obeisances to Tulasi in Kirtana is okay. Vaishnava Sikha or Sadhana was a forerunner of a beginner guide to Krishna consciousness and therefore does not need translating into English. You can best serve me by continuing to serve in ISKCON. I'm touched by your deep dedication and by that of all the devotees struggling to bring Krishna consciousness to P. I'm presently traveling in the countries of ex-Yugoslavia. The response is wonderful and undoubtedly very pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. Here is a quote relevant to your situation. We cannot expect to find always any utopia in this material world. That is a fallacy, and it may appear to someone who is materialistically inclined that that what we are doing is not only harmful to our materialistic condition, but also that we are not caring for our students and so many other things. But if you inquire from our students more carefully, you will come to understanding that these superficial matters are not very serious in the long run, and that the students are becoming very happy by their inquiring spiritual knowledge and serving Krishna in so many ways. It is said that one man's food is another man's poison. Because they have become disgusted with the material world, sometimes our devotees appear to have foolishly disregarded everything that is seen to be something bad in their eyes. But we should not take these things very seriously. Main thing is that these boys and girls have understood what is austerity and that difference between spirit and matter. That is the highest knowledge of existence, because they are engaged in serving Krishna in this way. You have nothing further, yes, to worry. Their position in life is very secure and sound because they are going back to home, back to Godhead, without any doubt. Though they may be dressed in rags, still they are more exalted than kings. Srila
Wow.
Prabhupada's letter to Mr. Robert Keane, Bombay, 9 January 1973. 3rd September 1997. Thank you for your letters. Don't be confused. Go on with your service. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy on the transcendental platform. Radha Govinda will bless you. 16th November 1997. I wanted to ask you, why is Rasikananda accepting disciples while his Guru Maharaj is still in his body? This was previously quite common in our Sampradaya, with the order of the Guru, of course. Why is a male body better for self-realization? The psychological makeup that goes with the male body is generally better for philosophical understanding and detachment. But anyone in any condition of life can chant Hare Krishna and attain the highest perfection. Ultimately, sincerity is the most important factor for advancing in Krishna consciousness, and that does not depend upon what type of body we have. The psychological makeup.
No, 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 no.
Oh, sorry.
Even if the
We have
greatest.
okay. Even if the greatest demon in the world tasted prasada from Radha Govinda's plate, how could they counter its potency? Not possible. But note Srila Prabhupada's comment from a letter. You may not be so advanced that you will take the karmi remnants as prasada. The karmis should not be given so much that there is waste. Try to study. Try to study Srila Prabhupada's book carefully every day. That will help you immensely.
Prabhuji, thank you
Yes,
very
please.
much. I
Okay.
will request some of the devotees to read.
Sure, sure, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
So fascinating.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Please be here. I will read. Reading presentation page not getting displayed. It is getting displayed. Reading presentation page is not getting displayed. Hare Krishna, devotees. Uh, is the reading presentation page displayed or not displayed? Displayed. I think you need to restart your phone, Mataji, or your settings you need to see. Otherwise, the page is shared already. It is shared. It is displayed with everybody. You can check your phone. Okay. uh, okay, Bhakta Vivek, you can read. Hare Krishna. Is it
Hare Krishna.
audible?
Yeah,
Okay.
Prabhu, is it audible, Prabhu? 31st January 1998. A new exciting preaching program has just started in W. Sounds great. Go and preach and bring people to the lotus feet of their lordships, Sri Sri Radha Govinda. This is a general request to all my disciples. Please send me copies of replies to your letters that I may have sent to you in the past, especially those with philosophical and practical advice. It will be valuable to collect these so as to instruct other disciples, because often the same questions are asked repeatedly. If you can send me the answers along with the original questions, that would be best so as to see them in context. Guru Maharaj, would you kindly bless us with your association this year in Ireland? I'd love to, but I have to put my writing service first. Let us see how things go in the next few months. I have some projects to finish, then I could put some time into traveling, preaching before I get into another project. And the devotee takes more offense when Krishna is blasphemed. So both statements are true. It's just a matter of perspective. The best thing always is to chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So please continue doing that. 23rd April 1998. Regarding the gates for the deities, be careful to not just leave it on the back burner. Now keep busy with activities for the Kalyana welfare of the people of Ireland. 25th June 1998. Practically since you joined the movement, you have undergone many great difficulties, but have always remained fixed in your service to Krishna. Now you don't even have a fixed place to stay, but your fortitude and determination remain unchanged. I'm very proud to have you as my disciple. It is very good news that your parents are now becoming favorable. Be kind to them. 16th December 1998. My question is that sometimes I have problems with whatever service I am doing and my mind isn't peaceful. Is this because I am not conscious of Krishna's position even though I am trying to perform devotional service to him? It could be. Or it could be transcendental anxiety to perform the service properly, as you have alluded to in the rest of your letter. It is an interesting and important point. Nectar. Lord Sri Krishna is just like a bluish lotus flower for the ears. He is ointment for the eyes, a necklace of Indranila gems for the chest, and universal ornaments for the gopi damsels of Vrindavana. Let that Lord Sri Hari Krishna be glorified. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila, 16th chapter 74th verse. 27th January 1999. Deities of Radharani do not have Vaishnava Tilaka painted on them because traditionally women do not wear any tilaka except kumkum, the red dot in the center of the forehead worn by married women, which is also called tilaka.
Mhm. Great.
Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8th chapter 176 verse states Saubhagya Tilaka Charu Lalate Ujjvala. The tilaka of good fortune is on her, Radha's beautiful forehead. Saubhagya Tilaka refers to the kumkum mark worn by a married Saubhagyavati, that is, fortunate woman. 6th January 2000. Thank you for your very nice offering. You are good in composing poetry. Then, and if you have time, you may wish to write more poems in praise of Krishna. 15th May 2000. Now that summer in the west is approaching, in India it is very much here. Several devotees have been asking about my plans for traveling in the west. All I can say just now is that I certainly plan to go, but when and for how long it not clear. It is not clear because there are some long standing book projects that I would like to finish before I go, and I may be doing TV shooting in Mayapura sometime during the monsoon, July September. This is big preaching, reaching out to millions of people, and I don't want to miss it. I'll inform whenever things become clearer. 1st July 2000. Tiny Radhakrishna deities that he can no longer worship. This is common. Someone takes up deity worship, then drops it when it becomes inconvenient or they become bored with it. I don't recommend that you start deity worship as you're not in a stable or fixed position. Great news that the deity gates are being made at last. 12th July 2000. There is no harm to doing a fire sacrifice, but better is Kirtan Yagna and plenty of it. Please make sure the cultural program is very devotional, otherwise, it will be useless. Sometimes such so called cultural programs are arranged as a kind of entertainment for the guests. But the real thing is to glorify Krishna. When Krishna is satisfied, then everyone will be satisfied. 26th August 2000. Sorry to take up so much of your time. Please do not apologize. I'm sorry that I don't have more time for all my disciples. As Srila Prabhupada wrote, I wish to remain with all my disciples together, but we have to do preaching work and therefore have to remain separate. But actually, there is no question of separation for one engaged in Lord Krishna's service. I will be happy to meet you soon somewhere. In the meantime, please go on studying Srila Prabhupada's books. This is most important. And preach and go on chanting. Develop your faith in the holy name and make this your last birth in the material world.
Jai.
20th May 2001. Another point is that you have to at some point think in the longer term also. I don't think it is advisable that you aim to be a lifelong brahmacharini. At some point, you should get married. What do you think? 29th July 2001. M. Prabhu phoned me yesterday to speak about you, and he expressed what I already felt, that for you to suddenly again go to another undefined and uncertain situation probably wouldn't be most favorable for your overall advancement and Krishna consciousness. It is preferable that we consider your future with consideration of the long term, especially as for women, unlike men, remaining unmarried is rarely considered best. 20th September 2001. I am very happy that you are happy at the shelter of Sri Sri Radha Londoneshwara, who are different and non-different to Sri Sri Radha Govinda. Whatever service you do, please do it, and your usual sincerity. It will be very nice if you can distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, especially in the marathon. 19th March 2002. It is certainly very, very wonderful news that Krishna is.
Hare Krishna. పేరు వివేక్.
Yes.
మీ ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళు వెనకాతల మా యువర్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ ఆర్ స్పీకింగ్ ఇన్ ద బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ లిటిల్ బిట్ క్వైట్ స్మాల్, సమ్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ ఇస్ దేర్. Maybe you can have the mic or goes to a place where you can.
Okay. Is
You,
it
can-
is
you,
it still audible through their voice?
because you're speaking directly on the laptop or on this one, that's why it is catching. See,
Okay.
it is so much. Oh, Krishna.
Just give me 1 minute for a while.
Yeah. 19 March 2002. It is certainly very wonderful news that Krishna is blessing you to distribute so many of his books. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam.
Is it on?
Please don't be too much disturbed. Naturally, you have a long standing relationship with Sri Sri Radha Govinda, and it may take time to really adjust to understanding or accepting in heart that Govinda is Lord London Ishvara and absolutely non different. Please pray to Sri Sri Radha Govinda and Sri Sri Radha London Ishvara to bless you with this realization. I had a similar difficulty when I left London, but but in course of time, I was gradually able to have more appreciation of Krishna in his various deity forms. I hope to go to London next summer. So please pray to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Shri Radha Londoneshwara, Shri Shri Jagannath, Shri 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 Jagannath, Shubhadra, Baladev, and Shri Shri Giri Govardhan to allow me to have their darshan there. Okay, you can continue.
24th March 2002. I just discovered that in January, Mother Kalyani was number 3 in the world among lady distributors. Please convey to her my blessings, appreciation, and thankfulness, together with the desire that she continue to perform this wonderful service. 4th April 2002. My disciple Kalyani Devi Dasi, London Soho, was the top book distributor in Europe, number 12 in the world, and among the ladies, second in the world. Kalyani is a name for Radharani that means she who acts for the welfare of others. And certainly her servant is providing the topmost welfare for others by daily distributing dozens of Srila Prabhupada's books on London's hellish streets. Thank you. Thank you for your letter and news and book distribution. I have a few aspiring and initiated unmarried Mataji disciples in C. I plan to go there in July and could ask them about going to L, but whether or not they could make it in S and whether or not they could distribute books in L would remain to be seen. It's good to know there is again a center in D, and let's pray it stays open this time. 1st October 2002. 31 Srimad Bhagavatams in a day is wonderful.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. See if you can work up to 100 in a day, maybe at least in Christmas season. I am not insisting on your staying in hell, only in staying in Krishna consciousness. Marriage in X is certainly an option. You are quite a good cook and you can learn the qualities of submissive wives by association. Your god sister G learned. At first, she was dominating her husband, but became happier after becoming more submissive. Please contact Y to join the Dharmapatni's e-forum, which discusses practical problems confronted in attempting to conform to Vedic familial roles.
Familial roles.
Familial roles, yes. G wrote about them. Thank you very much for bringing me in contact with the Dharma Patni group. They are such a good association. Please continue chanting Hare Krishna clearly and with faith.
Okay, I think we will stop here because it's already 9:03. 1 second. Just I want to see. Yeah, this letter is very big. We can stop here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you, all the devotees. So, Hare Krishna. So we will stop here unless and until anybody has any questions to ask. Matajis or Prabhujis or anybody for that matter, if they want to ask any question, I can provide them access to the mic. They can ask the question, or if they want to put forward, if it is a short question, they can put forward in the question box. Else, if they want to clarify, they can ask for the access of the mic. Then I can give them access. They can speak over the mic and they can ask, and we can answer, and then we can stop. Otherwise, I can stop. Is anybody wants to ask anything? So before you all prepare for your question or anything, I just want to say that devotees, please order for the books. So this is very, very important. So if at all devotees want to distribute these books, we will give them at wholesale price, less than what is there here. So please, yeah, Padita Tarana Jagannath Prabhu, you have to order one book, at least some few books to Malaysia to distribute along with. If you don't have this book, I think you don't have this book, so you could order this book. Yeah, yes, to Malaysia only. I know that you are from Malaysia, so I'm just telling that you can order this book not only to Malaysia, other places also. So I request all devotees to order more books. We can provide you at a wholesale price. You can distribute them. We are encouraging all devotees to distribute as many books as possible. So please take more books. At least one box. Everybody should order. Whoever is coming today, I have their names and numbers. I can send them directly one box also. I will take that audacity to just send one box. Matajis will kill me. Prabhujis will kill me. One box. One box contains 30 books, I think. 32 books. So devotees can take them and distribute them. Sorry if I'm a little bit rude. I'm not. I'm just trying to inspire devotees. So if there is anything to ask, then I can. Yeah. Okay, Patitaran Jagannath Prabhu, you want to order for one box. So I will put your name in one box. So you can distribute them to devotees. So I will see how much would be the shipping charges to Malaysia. Weight and all tomorrow. What do you say? Sure. Okay. And I will let you know tomorrow by WhatsApp how much does shipping cost for one box of Patropadesa, volume 1 and 2. Maybe half of volume 1, half of volume 2. I can send like that also. So, okay. Thank you. So if it is 30 books, I can send 15 volume 1, 15 volume 2. Yeah, other devotees also. So, Jagannath Chandra Prabhu, how Bhakti Mataji, and other books, Leilana Mataji, Srinivas, Vanita Mataji, everybody should order one box. They are Maharaj disciples. They should order. Yes, that's better. 15 volume 1 and 15 volume 2. Good idea. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Patit Tarana Jagannath Prabhu has ordered 15 first volume and 15 second volume. Ribol, Jai. The first day itself. So what about other devotees? How much you want to order? So now we will have an auction. I'll see now itself how much each box contains. Just 1 second. How each box, how much does it contain? Books. Patropadesa volume 2. I'm ordering one box first and one box second volume. Very nice. Thank you very much, Jagannath Chandra Prabhu. Very, very nice. Order one box first and one box second volume. So, devotees, one first volume contains in one box 40 books. Sorry, second volume. First volume 32 and second volume 39. Anyhow, I will send only 15 to Patit Pawan Prabhu. But Jagannath Chandra Prabhu, Patita Tarana Jagannath Prabhu, and I can send one box that is 32 books and another box 39 books to Ravichandran. That is, sorry, Jagannath Chandra Prabhu. Is it okay, Prabhu? Jagannath Chandra Prabhu, I will send one box of first volume that is 32 books and another box. That means second volume 39 books. Is it okay, Prabhuji? I think you are hearing. Yes. Thank you very much. Any other devotees? See, two devotees have ordered. Mragakshi Mataji and Jagannath Chandra Prabhu, they have ordered one box of Patropadesh volume 1 and 2. And Patita Tarana Jagannath Prabhu, even though he's from Malaysia, he has ordered 15 books. So what about other devotees? So you should all order. Actually, if those devotees who have already taken initiation from Maharaj, they should order definitely. Those who are aspiring from Maharaj, they should also order, so that other devotees can get benefit out of these books. Okay, anyhow, you may message me through WhatsApp in our WhatsApp chat group also. Devotees have to attend Mangalarti also tomorrow. They have to take prasadam. So I will stop here. Shubhankar Das, you can also order one box. Liliana Mataji, you enthusiastically participate the whole sessions, all the sessions I have seen. So you can also order Mataji. At least one box each. I don't know which country you're staying, India or in some other country, but you should order. Okay. We will stop here and meet tomorrow at same time. Yes, Guru Maharaj Hamsan. Hare Krishna, thank you for nice session, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I don't know anyone to distribute to right now. Okay, Mataji. Thank you very much. Whenever you find some person to take, you can place the order. No problem. That's fine. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you very much for kindly presenting, kindly be present in this sessions. We will, Krishna willing, we will meet tomorrow at 8 p.m. and continue to read from page number page number 15. So we'll continue to read from page number 15. So until then, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So Padit Tarana Jagannath Prabhu and Jagannath Chandra Prabhu Mrikakshi Mataji, thank you very much for ordering the books. So nice of you. You have ordered the books. Thank you very much. So we will try to place the order and then send you the books. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhibhyev cha patitanam पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः दन्ते निधाय तृणकं पदयोर्निपत्यकृताचकाकुशतम् एतदहं प्रीतिं साधवः सकलमि विहाय ध्रुवत् चैतन्यचन्द्रचरणे कृतानुरागात् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण.